Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel sfdcpractice.com. So guys, I'm just going to create a new series that is Apex programming language. And if you are a student or if you are a working professional in IT sector, so you can easily learn this Apex programming language. And I will discuss lots of things about Apex programming language, like how we can use this Apex programming language in different places and what is the data type, how we can create a Apex program in our Salesforce platform, how this Apex program works in our Salesforce platform. So I will discuss all the things related to Apex programming language. Okay. So here guys, let me first give the introduction of Apex programming language. So Apex programming language is the language which is used to build the logic in our Salesforce platform. And it's very much similar to Java. So in our Salesforce platform, we have to use the Apex programming language to build the business logics. Okay. So we will discuss how we can use this Apex programming language and when we can use this Apex programming language. Okay. So now let's move to the next slide and discuss what is Apex. So Apex is nothing but a programming language like other languages. Like if you are familiar with Java or C++ or C or any other language, so it's just similar to those language, and it's completely based on object-oriented programming language. So if in your college time you have studied about Java or any other language related to OOPS concept, so you can easily relate this language to that one as well. And Apex is very much similar to Java. So most of the syntax is just like Java here. And next is Apex is a strongly typed programming language. So what is the mean of this strongly typed programming language? It means in every programming language, you have some data types and variables. Okay. Whenever you create a program, so you always need some variables and the particular data type for those variables. So for example, like you have a integer type of variable and you are trying to assign a string value to that variable. So in Apex, you will get an error because you are trying to assign a string type of value to a integer variable. Okay. So I will show you in my example. I will create a example in the end of this video. So you can have a look over there, means how we get the error when we try to assign a different type of value for a different type of variable. Okay. And now next one is like it's allowed developers to call flows and transaction control statements. So in our Apex programming language, you also can flow in your Apex, and also you can control your statement. For example, you can put the validations and your validation is getting failed. So you can just roll back your code. Okay. So in this way, you can just control your transaction. Okay. And next one is like allow developers to add business logic as per business requirement. So what is the mean of it? Means, for example, in our daily life, when we build some application for the business, so every day we need some different logics to build in our programs. Okay, so using the Apex, we can build the logics in our Salesforce platform according to the business requirement. Okay, and next one is like the syntax. So Apex syntax is very much similar to Java and easy to learn. So whenever you create a Apex class, so you can just, if you are familiar with Java language, so you can just relate that Apex code with the Java, because similar to Java, we create the class here and we create the methods here. Okay, and we use the access modifier similar to Java here in our Apex programming language. So guys, now move to the next slide and discuss the feature of Apex. So Apex programming language is the integrated language with the database of Salesforce. For example, if you're writing a Java program, so you have to make a connection with your database first, and after that, you can just get the data in your Java program. But in Salesforce, it's already integrated with the database, so you just need to write the query and you can get the data in your Apex. Okay. And also, like if you want to get the metadata of your Salesforce, for example, you want to get the properties of objects and fields. So you also can get the properties of objects and fields. And if we talk about the security, so whatever security Salesforce provides us, we can inherit those securities in our Apex program as well. Okay. And next one is easy to use. Yes, Apex is very much similar to Java and easy to use. If you start learning Apex, you can easily learn. Okay. And the next one is data focused. Yes, whenever you play with the Apex, so you can just find out means most of the time you will play with the data. Okay, means you can just perform the DML operation. You can uh, get the data and manipulate the data in your Apex programming language, or you can just validate the data in our Apex. Okay, and the next one is multi-tenant aware. So as you aware, Salesforce is a cloud-based application and it share the resources with other customers as well. So Salesforce provide us the limitations and we have to work under the limitations of Salesforce. And Apex is also aware about those limitations. So whenever we write the code and if we hit the limit, so we will get the error in our program. Okay. So whenever you write a Apex program, so every time you have to keep in mind means you are working under the limitations of Apex and you are following the best practice of Apex. Okay. And next one is easy to test. Yes, Apex provide the functionality to test your Apex class. Okay. So we can create a test class in our Salesforce and we can test the negative or positive scenarios in our Apex class. And whenever we move our Apex class from sandbox to production, so we also have to cover the test coverage, and that coverage should be more than 75%. After that, you can move your code to production environment. And next one is versions. Yes. So Salesforce always add on the functionality. So whenever we get a release of Salesforce, so we get a next version of Apex. But if you are using the old version, so you can just use that old version. But in that condition, you will not be able to use the new functionality of your Apex. Okay. And if you want to use the new functionality or new updates of Apex, so you have to change your version. So you can easily change your version. There is also. Okay. And now let's move to the next slide and let's discuss where we can use the Apex programming language. So guys, here, let's say you are just going to integrate your Salesforce with any other platform. So you can write the web services. So whenever we write the web services, we need the Apex. So we can write the web services in our Apex class. Okay. And if we want to write the email services, so we also can use the Apex. And let's say I'm writing a complex validation rule over the multiple objects. So we also can use the Apex over there. For example, you have a situation where you cannot use the validation rule to provide a validation over the data. So you can just write a Apex for that one and you can provide the validation rule in our Apex program as well. Okay. And next one is create the complex business logics that not possible by automation tools. So as you know, means in Salesforce, we have lots of automation tools like Flow or the process builder or the workflows. So we can achieve lots of things using the Flow in our Salesforce platform, but there are lots of conditions where we cannot use the Flow. Okay. So in this condition, we have to use the Apex programming language to build the complex logic. Okay. And next point is like if you are going to create a UI, so at that time, you have to use the Apex programming language with your Aura, LWC, or Visual Force pages. It's not necessary, but most of the time you use the Apex programming language to get the data or to insert the data in our Salesforce platform. Okay. So guys, it's time to create a simple Apex class. So let's move to your Salesforce instance and we will try to create a simple Apex class here. So guys, I just have logged into my Salesforce instance and now I will open the developer console. And the best part of Salesforce is like you don't need to download any software to develop the Apex program, okay, or to create the Apex program. So what you need to do, just log into your Salesforce instance and if you don't have sign up to Salesforce and get difficulties to sign up, so I already have created a video for that one, so you can just check out that video in my playlist. So to open the developer console, what you need to do, just go to this icon and here you will find this developer console. Just open this. Okay. And here you will get this screen. And here what you need to do, you need to create a Apex class. So from where we can create a Apex class here, you will get the file option here. And if you drop down it, so we will get lots of options. For example, new, open resource, open lightning resources, and save all or close all, right? So we are going to create a new Apex class. So we will use this new button. And if you want to open a existing class, so you can just select this one. Okay. And here we have the multiple options like Apex class, Apex trigger, visual force, visual components. So here we will select this Apex class and give the name of your class. For example, sample class. So my class has been created, and here you can just select, and here you can check out the version of your class as well. And if you drop down it, so you can find out the old version as well. And if you want to create this class in the old version, so you can just select any of the version here. Okay. And guys, this class has been created, and what is this? This is the access modifier. So in our upcoming videos I will discuss about access modifier as well. Okay. And here just enter and create a method. So to create a method, we will use the public static void and give the method name. So method name is like we are going to create, we are going to add two numbers. So I will give the name as add, yeah, or addition. Okay. I'm not taking any parameter here. So I will just create two variables. One is number one and num2. Okay. To store the integer value. Integer num1 is equal to, I will give a static value here, and next one is integer num2 is equal to 30. And in this line I will take another variable that would be the integer type, and name would be sum. It will store the sum addition of these two number, and in this line we will just add these two numbers like num1 plus num2. Okay. And now we have a existing class, that is system, and this class have different type of methods. So there is one more method, that is debug, and this will print the output in your debug logs. Okay, whenever we check the debug logs, so we will get this debug in our debug logs. Okay, so here I will just give the message as sum of two number plus, we are using this plus to concatenate the output. Okay, and here I will provide the sum. So this program is done here. First let's check the output, and after that I will explain a little bit about this code. Okay, so to call this program, what we need to use, we need to use this debug option, and here we will open this open execute anonymous window, and here I will just copy this class dot this method name. We are able to use this method directly with this name sample class because we are using the static keyword here. I will explain it after executing this class. Okay, and we have done here. Now just check this box, open log, and click on this execute button. So your debugs will be open, and here I will select this debug only, and here you will get this answer. Sum of two numbers is 42. So our value was 30 and 12. So we will get the output as 42. So guys, I hope you have understood how we can create a class and how we can create a method here. And so let me explain a bit about this Apex class and the method. So here this is the access modifier which defines the accessibility of this class. And this void is the return type which we need to provide. And it's defined means this method will not return anything. Okay, and this is the method name. So whenever we create a method, so we need to provide a method name along with these brackets. Okay, and here you also can provide the parameters. For example, if I want to take this number num1 or num2 as a input when we call this method, so we can also use that one. For example, like here integer n1 and integer n2. Okay, and here I'm going to assign this value as n1 and n2 and just save it. Now I will try to call it, and here I will provide the value, for example 10 and 20. Execute it. So you will get the, oh sorry, I just make a mistake here. Save it. So if you check your debugs here, you will get the answer as 30. And again, if you want to run this program with different values, for example, this time I will take 50 here and click on this execute button. So again, you will get the debugs, and this time you get the answer 60. Okay, so in this way, you also can use the parameter here. Okay. So guys, I think for this video, that's enough. And in my next video, we will talk about the data type in our Salesforce or in our Apex programming language. So thank you very much, and let's see you in my next video. Thank you very much, guys. Guys, if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, please subscribe this channel to get the real-time update. Also hit the like button and also hit the bell icon to get the notification. Thank you very much. See you soon.